Okay, I've got Bloke news for Thursday the 6th of December. Now, in the headlines today, the Australian Wheat Board, okay, they've been convicted or convinced or whatever the word is, of slinging over $200 million to Saddam Hussein's regime in the wheat for oil scandal and so on and so forth. Well, the executives of the day have actually come out and said they didn't mean to do any wrong. Didn't mean to do any wrong as a sort of like, bit of a slip up here. More than $200 million is a bit more than a slip up. And I think it should actually be rephrased to didn't mean to get caught, as opposed to didn't mean to do any wrong. Big difference between the two. In other breaking news, Parliament has overturned the cloning ban, which means they'll be able to do stem cell research and clone embryos, human embryos. Great for medical research, apparently, be able to cure lots of things and all that sort of stuff. And I was just thinking, that's what the world needs, more Daves delivering bloke news. We could do it in different languages. That'd be cool. Or not. Santa Clauses, they're in all the department stores, they're in all the shopping centres, and they're not a happy bunch. Because apparently 90% of them get their beard tugged every day. 75% of them have been weed on. All these sorts of things that go hand in hand with being Santa, you would imagine. Well, they're actually starting to make noise about it because they're a whinging bunch of little, whatever you want to call them. Dealing with kids, you got to expect that. You know, they're not going to be the best behaved, are they? And one Santa Claus went a little bit over the mark and sort of scolded a kid for misbehaving a little bit, and he's been sacked. Imagine being sacked as a Santa. Imagine putting that on your resume. I was Santa Claus, I was sacked. Depends what sort of job you're going for, I suppose. You wouldn't be going for another Santa job, I'm thinking. And the Queen's message, delivered every year on Christmas Day. There's been an analyst that's studied the last 50 years of it. Now, apparently this is so significant because there are so few people that conduct public speaking over a long period of time that they're not actually able to get any records. But because she delivers the Christmas message every Christmas and has done for over 50 years, they've gone back and tracked the difference between her language 50 years ago and her language today. And, lo and behold, she's not as posh as she used to be. So, you know, my husband and I is no longer like that, apparently. Well, maybe it is like that, and maybe it used to be something else. I don't know. I'm not a very good impersonator, I don't think. But, yeah, she's nowhere near as posh. So I think it's only a matter of time before she starts sounding a bit Australian. Could you imagine that instead of my husband and I? It's like, the old fart and myself. Yeah, that'd be funny, actually. I might do a Christmas message bloke news style, I think. In sport, the V8 supercars down at Phillip Island this weekend for the final for the year. 7 points the difference between the two top drivers, one being Ford, one being Holden. Look, I'm a Holden fan, have been for a very long time, and really hope Holden gets up. So good luck to the boys down there at Holden. And finishing up in a bit of light-hearted news, there was an emergency landing of an American Airlines flight in the US. The flight had to land at, it was on its way from Washington to Texas and had to land at Nashville because of a sulphur odour. They thought someone might have been setting off a bomb or something like that. Turns out it was a bloke with a bit of flatulence. He just farted in the flight and sparked an emergency. Yours truly has been known to fly and been known to let one rip, but I've never brought a plane down, so maybe I should make that my mission. This is Dave, flatulent free for Bloke News.